Welcome back to part two of this vignette. I'm Alex Spork, a consulting manager here at Bevington Group, and today we are going to round out our conversation on what you really need to know regarding AI in the current market. Before we dive in, I'd like to acknowledge the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, the traditional custodians of the land from which I'm recording, and pay respect to their elders both past and present. Previously, we discussed the state of the AI market, what AI is and common models you should know, and how combining AI capabilities can generate significant benefit. Today, we'll touch on how organizations are starting, what a strategic approach to AI looks like, and where to focus to accelerate your implementation and release benefits back into your organization. In the Australian market, we are seeing many companies beginning their AI adoption journey with what we might call a series of toes in the water, or a thousand flowers bloom strategy. This is where point applications or AI features are brought into use across the organization without any clear overarching objectives or strategy. Typically, this is where organizations are encouraging their staff to use and test AI, with the organization seeing this as a way of upskilling their teams. While this might be helpful to increase familiarity, encourage user adoption, and to identify pathways of merit, we tend to find that the drawbacks can be significantly larger. Some of these include increasing risk, technical debt, and process debt as different parts of the organization start going off on tangents and cohesion is reduced, higher long-term costs with potential for duplication, poor benefit realization due to lack of frameworks, but most significant of all, growing opportunity costs created as resources are spread thin across a multitude of initiatives. Instead, we propose that a better approach is to take a focused strategy where a concentrated portfolio of use cases is selected, typically around 5 or so. This allows effort to be focused, creating a faster path to realizable value and maximizes benefit over all strategy horizons. When you establish your portfolio, being able to identify use cases that can be iteratively expanded upon can further enable increased benefit as they compound with each further iteration. For example, let's take a knowledge management use case. You might start by creating an agent to answer questions for a defined topic for a small part of your organization, say your standard operating procedures for your customer service team. This could then be iterated upon, expanding the knowledge set bit by bit so that in time it may eventually service customers directly and provide personalized responses. Now, just because AI can be the solution doesn't mean that it should be. We should always consider what the most appropriate approach to the problem is, as in some instances, this could mean combining process, application, and AI solutions together. Take quote generation, for instance. If we typically do this by adding components in a rules-based manner, there is no need for a bespoke AI solution when a standard calculator can work, unless, of course, the use case is actually to do with price optimization. Let's consider this in the context of agentic workflows. Agentic workflows are where AI agents are created such that they leverage other AI tools, processes, and hard-coded scripts to achieve an overarching objective. What results is a solution where multiple agents are orchestrated to work together to solve problems. Specialist agents are utilized for key steps within a process, allowing them to be specifically trained to execute a task with higher degrees of accuracy. And the most appropriate tool is used for each part of the process, be it an AI model or pre-written code. Further, agentic workflows can support a single front door experience, reduce user adoption effort, and increase process accuracy. The emergence of AI agentic workflows is important because it indicates that we may be fast approaching the turning point of Amara's law. The hype and overestimation of AI impacts over the last 2 years are subsiding as we come to a point in time where the actual impact of AI is significantly greater than expected. Accordingly, those who lack strategic focus run the risk of being left behind by competitors. This is where having a clear AI strategy becomes critical. For us, that means that 3 things are considered. Firstly, your AI architecture. Are you set up to safely deploy AI? Second, your focus areas, also known as your focused use case portfolio, and how these align to your business objectives. And third, your operating model. How does this support the execution of your strategy overall? By considering your AI strategy, you'll inherently ensure that your organization is set up to play safe. You are consciously building the right AI capability at the right time. You have a clear direction for what AI can do and what you want to adopt, and your operating model is being prepared for the changes to come. Remember, AI will both impact and be impacted by all other areas of your operating model. Accordingly, your operating model needs to be consciously adapted and harmonious with your AI strategy if you are to be successful in your transformation. Overall, by defining your AI strategy, you should have a clear path established from implementation, allowing you to focus on realizing the expected benefits so as to kickstart positive cycles that can snowball. Focusing on benefit realization is achieved through three key elements. They are focused adaptation, meaning building cognitive flexibility, adopting a test and learn mentality, and being okay to fail fast and pivot quickly with a focus on the overarching objectives. Second, setting good governance, including clear performance criteria, stage-gated implementation, and orienting your AI architecture to maximize outcomes. And finally, accelerated implementation, being rapid benefit release that can be reinvested back into the organization and making conscious choices in prioritization, including what to delay and what to accelerate. In sum, as you look towards the year ahead, if you don't already have an AI strategy, take active steps to address this. If you do have an AI strategy, it's worth taking the time to review and ensure you have properly addressed all the associated elements in context of the current market. Of course, if you need any further information or require support to get started, please reach out.